Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be doing your general reading. This will be Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus placements for Pisces. So if you resonate with any of those, you're more than welcome here. I'm going to continue to introduce the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. I used it in all of my September videos, and I'm going to continue to use them during the October ones. So you guys let me know if you like it or if you don't, but I'm enjoying it. I think it gives a little bit more depth to the reading as well. But with that being said, I'm going to shuffle your cards and then go over the little spiel. Excuse me. It's my first reading of the day, so my throat's a little dry. My goodness. Or it could be an indication that something's going on with you guys. We'll have to see. But I am in no way, shape, or form saying you need to purchase these crystals. This is just a way for you guys to get some more info regarding them, because I do get asked a lot about them. And if you're drawn to them, go buy them, but you don't have to by any means, okay? Let's see. Energy is fluid, first and foremost, which means the things we talk about in this reading could be happening past, present, or future tense for you guys. And any of those options are totally fine. I'm just going to move my camera a smidge. This is just to say that since everyone moves through energy differently, it might be happening at a later date for you. It might have already happened, etc. Okay? If it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, don't even worry about it. It's just not meant for you. And maybe next month it'll be your message, okay? When I speak about masculine and feminine, these are just energies that we all have within us. I'm only speaking about them as energies, but if I pick up on something gender or sex specific, I'll let you guys know. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome here. If I say Pisces, but you think it's actually your role, go ahead and switch the roles and switch the characters. Totally fine. At least that is my opinion. I have nothing against cross watching here. I know some people do not love that concept as readers, but sometimes you want to get a look into someone's head, and that's okay. Lastly, if you are interested in joining me over on my Instagram or TikTok, come on over and join the family. I will place all those links in the description box below, as well as some additional links for my website and how to book readings with me, personal readings with me, okay? So again, thank you for joining me, and let's get started, okay? So, Archangels, Guardian Angels, allow me to be a clear channel for Pisces here today. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Pisces. Allow me to bring forth messages for their highest good. Messages of truth, healing, and love. And thank you much for your patience, guidance, protection during this time. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we got for you guys. Okay. At the bottom, we have Rhodochrosite. Remember your worth. Very interesting. Remember your worth. It's a strong one to start out with, I'd say. Let's see what else we got. Oh, wow. Okay, smoky quartz, let it go. What is going on? Sodalite, speak your truth. Oh, goodness, I think you guys are going to be going through quite a lot of purging. I think we have full moon in Aries, but I'm not sure when. That might be an important date for you. Turquoise, prioritize your health. And remember, this could be physical, mental, emotional health. It could be spiritual health. Anything that makes you, feel good, that nourishes you. Prioritize that. I mean, Pisces are very intuitive and very spiritual, so it's just as important to nourish your spiritual health as it is anything else, okay? I'm sure you guys already know that. Okay. So let's see if there's anything else for Pisces. I mean, we already got 4. Any other messages for Pisces, please? For October 2020. Whoops. I think that's it. All right. Get some strong ones here, especially that smoky quartz. All right. So I'm going to hold them up and read them to you. And this will also give you a chance to screenshot if you are drawn to any of these crystals, okay? Let's see. Whoops, I'm going in the wrong direction. Rhodochrosite. Here we go. Remember your worth. Let's go. Often we are our own biggest critics. It's important to stay open to the various forms of self-affirmation, but you just might be looking for your worth in all the wrong places. Knowing that who you are as a person makes you worthy. Rather than turning to other people or your list of accomplishments for validation, find your worth from within. Your life has meaning regardless of any titles, experiences, or skills. There's a little bit more. You are important because you are you. When you know your worth, your self-esteem will skyrocket. Know exactly what you deserve and settle for nothing less. So funny. I was having a talk like this recently with someone. The affirmation is, I am worth it. Today, don't settle for anything less than you deserve. I feel like you guys, they're showing me like a price tag. Like, you know, like on sale. The big on sale. They look like very cliche price tags where they're like rectangle and they kind of taper off at the end, that people would just like stick to something at a yard sale. Like, it's like that. And to me, what I think the symbolism of that for me, it's also like, it's bright orange. I think the point of this is that it's there to grab your attention, that it's on sale, because it's almost like no one can believe that this thing is on sale for the price that it is listed as. That's kind of the symbolism that I'm personally picking up. I just got chills when I said it. So that's confirmation for me, is that you are putting a price on yourself that does not truly define who you are and what you're worth. So please keep that in mind. Definitely don't settle, just like this card says, because I think that you are not putting as much value on yourself as you absolutely should be. Know your worth, then add tax. So let's move on to smoky quartz. This is the Let It Go. Oh, there it is. I almost went right by it. Okay, here we go. The past is the past. Leave it there. Rather than looking back and letting history define you, make a conscious effort to keep your eyes forward and live your fullest life today. By dwelling on what did happen or could have happened, or on the should haves or could haves, you might miss your moment and all the opportunities that the present holds for you. Every day is a fresh chance to move on and write your story the way you want it told. Instead of getting stuck on a replay of the past, take the lessons learned and use the here and now to create the next chapter of your future. Affirmation: my power is in the present. I leave the past in the past. Today, every time a storyline from the past comes up, recite your mantra. That's beautiful. And again, it doesn't even have to be the past is the past. Or I leave the past in the past, rather. It could just simply be like, I am worthy. Something like that. Basically, what they want you to do is replace your maybe negative thoughts or thoughts that trigger you into something a little bit more positive. Okay. Then we have Sodalite. Oh, look, it's just the next one here. Speak your truth. Always be doing that. You have something to say. You have a powerful voice. Speak up. Allow your words to flow from your heart, ensuring that your communication is authentic to, I need my hand, to how you feel. Although it can be much easier to let certain things go unsaid, it's important to have those difficult, even sometimes awkward conversations to express yourself and ask for what you really need. Articulating your thoughts and feelings to others allows them to understand and honor your truth. Through your clear, confident communication, others can hear what your heart is really saying. Affirmation: I communicate clearly and others listen to my truth. But really what I feel like here is that there is a specific person or situation that's making you feel like you're not as worthy as honestly you really are. No one's worth is defined by another person. That's just not how things work in my book. Everyone has their opinions. I don't think so. So I think the way that I'm feeling currently based off the cards that we have, we're going to read the last one in a second, you need to step up to the plate and, not settle for whatever it is that's being given to you, because it doesn't make you feel good. Sorry about the noise in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but they're mowing apparently out back. They just do it at random. I never know when it's going to happen. Like, surprise. I'm like, okay. So turquoise, prioritize your health. All right, here's this one. So take your health into your own hands. The first step is to identify what your body needs. Everyone is unique, so your health journey requires self-reflection to discover what will make you feel your best. Let me turn the page. Then take one step, no matter how small, in service of that. Maybe you commit to going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or find a yoga routine online, or perhaps you download a meditation app, go for a walk, or work out at the gym. Whatever you choose to do for yourself and your health, make it a priority and commit to it each and every day. With consistency, small actions will build into amazing results. The affirmation: my health is a priority, so I practice self-care. All right, hang on one second, guys. I'm just gonna turn on some background noise so this isn't as loud. Hang on one second. All right, I just wanted to turn on a fan because it's just so loud, and I had no idea they were going to be doing that today. If I'm going to be honest with you, no idea. Okay, so again, whatever is happening where you're not speaking up, you're not being authentically you, excuse me, I think that this is really starting to affect you, and it's possible that because you're holding in this energy, you know, knowing kind of like the watery way that you guys have as water signs, I think that you need to express something, and if you're not, the energy is getting stuck and stagnant, and it is causing you to see physical reactions or physical, I don't want to say ailments, but you're just seeing it turn up physically where maybe you have, I don't know, headaches. It could even be, I'm hearing nausea. That's odd for some of you, which could be related to like anxiety, things like that. So be careful, please. Use your discernment, of course. Let's take a look into some tarot and see what's going on for you guys. Okay. So what messages do we have for Pisces here today? Messages do we have for Pisces? Oh man, this deck does not want to shuffle at all for me. Okay. Rude, so rude. I'll see if I can shuffle it the other way maybe. It's very difficult, but sometimes I can. My hands are so small. Ugh. It is incredibly difficult to shuffle this like that. To be fair, I also have carpal tunnel, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. Especially just with this deck, because it doesn't, the cards don't bend. They absolutely do not bend. Wow. I'm sorry you guys have to watch me struggle today. What is going on? Okay. What do we have for Pisces, please? Whoops. What do we have for Pisces? Let's just do one more shuffle after this. Oh my goodness. These cards will not shuffle. Remind me to not choose this deck next time. Alright. My lord. Okay, here we go. Okay. I feel like my eyes feel almost like swollen in a way. So you might be dealing with like, maybe you are like crying a lot or something like that. It could even also indicate headaches or like something of that nature. Just feeling like the pressure around the eyes, like this. Well, if that's the case, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's see what's on the bottom. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 5 of Cups. Wow. Followed by the 8 of Cups. Oh my gosh. 5 of Pentacles also. Wow. Temperance. This is pretty nuts. Usually I wouldn't take all these off the bottom, but I'm really feeling drawn to. 5 of Wands. King of Swords. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is pretty wild. This is wild. The Hermit. We're going to keep going on the bottom, honestly, and pull all these on the bottom. Knight of Wands on top of that. Whew. Wow. Ten of Wands. My goodness gracious. Okay. This is pretty wild, honestly. All right, so let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. First and foremost, Five of Cups. So this is a 3 here, but there's also the 2 in the back. So for me, sometimes this can be a heavy focus on regret. But regardless, I feel like you guys are, I'm hearing like trials and tribulations. Like, I feel as though you guys are, again, this could be romantic, platonic, familial. It could be a multitude of different things. However, I kind of lean more towards romantic right now. But again, take it how it resonates, use your discernment. But Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups is like, man, you're dead set on leaving something or someone behind. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shake that. You're dead set on leaving this behind. Like, you're not happy here. And this is tough for you. I feel like this has drained you of all the energy you could possibly have left, at least for the time being, and you just have nothing left to give. And that might be the only reason as to why, like, you haven't maybe fully walked away from something yet. You could be working on it. If you guys have not already walked away, I think that it's just taking a lot of energy and a lot of time. And on top of the energetic aspect of that, I feel like you guys just have a lot going on in general. So it's making it a tad bit more difficult to be able to freely walk away in the way that you might like to. Just in life, work, maybe you have children, things of that nature. It's just like you guys have a lot on your plate and you don't have the ability to maybe move or make some sort of physical move right now. But I feel like opportunity is coming. Man, I really do. I feel like the opportunity is coming for you guys, and it is coming quickly for you guys. It's going to pop up at your doorstep at some point. I think if you didn't have the opportunity to leave a situation and you guys have been trying your hardest or maybe manifesting that for yourselves, that you guys are going to see some results very soon. Okay? In that row there with the 2 cup cards, we do have the 5 of Pentacles. So this for me is just feeling like you have no possible way of success. This is feeling so alone, left out, and it could be that you're experiencing some financial loss. The Pentacles, again, that is finances and career. You might be struggling a little bit here, and that could be an indicator as to why you haven't fully made the move to leave a situation yet. And definitely with the current state of the world with COVID-19, it's been really difficult for a lot of people to stand alone on their finances. It's been very hard. So that could, of course, be a reason why you haven't moved forward. But overall, it's like you want to leave this feeling. I feel like this person just makes you feel basically not good enough. And you're, like I said in the beginning, putting a price tag on yourself that just does not reflect what you're truly valued at. And I think that you're feeling like you're not worth it. And even though you're in this relationship, like you feel alone in this relationship is what I'm picking up on a lot here. This is not, in my opinion, the way that I'm feeling based off of just those 3 cards alone and the crystal cards in the beginning. You guys feel alone even though you are in a relationship with someone. This isn't a relationship that, fulfills you and you guys are each fulfilled and it is, beneficial to you both. I'm not sure what that was. There is a lack of reciprocation here, to say the least. I feel as though all of the cups here in these 2 cards alone are all of the cups that you have been willing to give this person and to offer to this person in your life. And you're like, they keep walking away from that, or they're not accepting them, they don't understand, they're just kind of like not appreciative of that, because you have the 8 cups here, this person's walking away, the 5 here. It's almost like I give all these cups to this person and I think I'm doing my best, and now you're starting to question yourself, and it's putting you in this terrible state of feeling like you're not secure or safe or stable, whether it's in your life and it's transferring over to every day, or if it's just I don't feel those things within this relationship. You're not happy where you are. You feel alone inside of this relationship, really. Like, no, it's fine, I'll just like do this by myself. Or, you know, maybe for example, you want to go do like errands together with someone to just spend time with them and enjoy this, you know, maybe enjoy the drive around town, just being together. And this person is just like not interested, and it feels like you're just real heartbroken over that. Like, I feel as though the things that you enjoy that bring you peace and happiness and joy and excitement, this person doesn't understand your value on those things. And I don't feel, from what I'm seeing thus far, that they're making you feel fulfilled in any way. Anyway, I truly, based off of what I have here, feel like if you're staying in this relationship, it's because you have a hardship somewhere else that needs to be dealt with, or one or both of you could be codependent on each other, whereas it's just comfortable and you're almost used to it, where it's almost kind of like this has become the new norm, so you're like, whatever, I'll stay here until I figure it out. That's almost what I'm feeling. They make you feel like you have like nothing to offer, and I think it hits a part of your ego in a way where it feels childish in a sense, like an inner child type thing, where, oh, this makes me really happy, and you try to express that to this person's like, why, that's so dumb, or something. I know that it's like a very, you know, aggressive kind of example. Ooh, it just got very bright outside. But anything along those lines is kind of how I'm feeling that they communicate to you, and I just don't like it. I feel like you're this little kid, like kind of like broken inside, but you're putting on a face the best you can, and you are being resilient, you're persevering, you're moving through everything, but it's very hard, very, very hard for you. Okay, let's move forward. So underneath that 5 of Cups, you have Temperance. So it could be that you were dealing with a Sagittarius here. Otherwise, Temperance talks about literally the act of tempering. And tempering takes time and patience. So I love seeing this card here because it does show me that there's some sort of angel or spirit team on your side that is trying to facilitate and help you move through this energy, especially with it feeling very dense, very difficult, very heavy for you guys. So the thing about Temperance, like I said, is that this angel here is tempering. 2 cups, tempering the water in between. So for me, the tempering takes time, it takes patience. You're bringing something up from one temperature to another. This takes time. You can't just make it happen. It's like when you put ice cold water in a pot to boil, it takes longer than if the water was already warm. So it just talks about having patience. And not only having patience, but down the bottom of the card here, the angel has the foot in the water. There's also a foot outside of the water. So to me, it's also a balance of earthly 3D things and then the spirit world. So don't get too caught up in the spiritual realm of things or use spirituality as an escape. Don't use anything spiritual or any certain practices as a way to escape. Use them if they help you and make you feel better, but don't use them to solve all your problems. Because a lot of spirituality is to, yes, find a way to feel better, put yourself into something bigger than you, and I am absolutely behind that. But do not use it as a scapegoat, as a way to not have to be with yourself and be with those feelings, those emotions, and solve those problems. Because they are there for you for a reason. They're meant to be. They're lessons and cycles that you have to go through. So, don't use it as a cover-up, but use it as an added way to help you through what you're currently experiencing. Use it as an aid, if you will, okay? But overall, I think this does, because it falls underneath that Five of Cups for me, this does definitely indicate you need patience. Understand that I know it feels as though things aren't moving and you're not making progress, but you really are here. It's just something you can't see. You have angels or guides, etc., on the other side helping you through this energy. It's just, it might not be happening at the pace that you would prefer it to, but someone is with you during this time. Absolutely. Someone is 100% with you during this. And if it's not an angel or a guide, it could, of course, be a loved one. You could be seeing maybe specific flowers, whether it be just pictures of them on the internet or something like that, where they remind you of a certain person. To further this, we have the Five of Wands. Not so great, but this Five of Wands falls underneath the Eight of Cups, and I feel like this combo for me says that you could be fighting a lot with this person, and you're trying to walk away from it because you don't want to fight. That's not where your energy is aligned. That is not the best place for you energetically. You know that you don't want to be arguing with this person, and you're trying so hard to walk away from them. They might just have a lot more aggressive energy than you. I don't know, maybe they have a temper, possibly. I just heard you have an attitude. Well, take it as it resonates. But someone here their energy is very different from you, Pisces. I think whoever this person is, their energy is very different. You are someone who's very lovey, and you're watery. You feel into your emotions and your intuition, and you like to feel your way through life. You're very daydreamy. You like to imagine, and I feel like sometimes you guys can be definitely romantic, hopeless romantic even at times. And this person has a totally different idea of how that love looks like, and you're like, I just don't want that then. Following this Five of Wands, you also have a King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a King of Swords. Could be someone who is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It does not have to be. If it is not the case, then this just indicates to me that this person holds those qualities or attributes that a King of Swords might. A King of Swords is someone who can be a little harsh or a little cold with the way that they communicate. They're very black and white. They are very fact-based. This equals this, always, no getting around it. Very science, fact-based, cite your sources, show your work type of individuals, if you will. And sometimes that can come across really cold, whereas I feel, like I said, that you guys move a little bit more freely, like water, through life, whereas this person's a little more rigid. So this person is very matter-of-fact, and sometimes I feel as though when they're speaking to you, it comes out just cold and kind of lacking emotion. And that definitely furthers that energy we had earlier of you feeling like you're in this Five of Pentacles situation where you're like, I just feel cold. I feel alone. I feel like I'm basically talking to myself and I'm not getting anywhere within what I'm trying to accomplish. And so I feel like this person's way of going about things, the way they're communicating, could absolutely be the reason why you guys are fighting. Because they might be saying one thing and you're like, well, I can feel your energy as a water sign, as a Pisces. I can feel your energy and I understand that you're saying XYZ is what's happening, and it might be for you, but I'm feeling totally different within myself and my intuition's never wrong. So I feel like there is definitely a clashing of energies between the two of you. Falling underneath that Temperance, we do have the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo as well. Doesn't have to be. But this to me is like, you're debating just being on your own, I feel. And like, not even on your own to like date other people, but just to be on your own for the sake of being alone. Just so that way you guys can have the time that you need to work through anything. And it could be shadow work. It could be just work through life. Maybe you just don't have the time and energy for anyone on your plate. But overall, this person does not compliment you in a way that would be beneficial. The Hermit energy is like, I need to go off and do what I know is right for me. Because he has that star there in the lantern, which usually gives ode to the star card. And the star card usually is kind of like, you know, your path, what lights you up, makes you happy, your wish fulfillment, your dreams coming true. So I feel like the time is going to come. Like I said, that opportunity. And I feel like this is the opportunity. You're gonna take the opportunity to go be by yourself and just work on you and put your own energy back into yourself and revitalize yourself here. Man, I think it's about time that you put your energy back into yourself. This is like, you have to go find where you're the happiest. And it's not with this person, I'll tell you that much right now. Let's see. Knight of Wands coming out next. More Sagittarius energy. So this person could be a fire sign. They could just have a lot of Sagittarius in their chart. But this person, yeah, this is the attitude, because this falls under that Five of Wands. I feel like if you guys have mentioned something to this person before, where you've said, you know, I'm frustrated, or how can we fix this, XYZ, this person just like doesn't take it well, and has, not only can they be cold in their approach, but I also feel like there's so much fire energy that they're just like possibly combative. And combative is a strong word, yes, but I just feel like they don't back down. They just don't back down. They might not be willing to see things from your perspective. It's like I feel as though, and this could just be your perspective that I'm kind of picking up on here, but I feel as though they just have no plan on seeing things from your point of view. They just don't. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I'm getting invested. But I don't feel like they have any care in the world to see things the way that you are seeing them or do see them. I just feel like it can be very like one-sided. And they can be a little bit combative, like I said. Maybe the way they speak to you, you don't feel like they're on your side. They might come across as though they're like debating you. And I feel like you guys both have this piece about yourself, or yourselves rather, but in different ways. So this person thinks that their perspective is everything, and you do too. And it's true, because it's the only perspective you have. It can be sometimes very difficult to see outside of that. But this person, especially with this person's like okay for fighting. Like it's weird. It's almost like they see it as like kind of normal. I don't want to say they see it as normal, but like they're not fazed by it like you are. And it could also be, okay, for some of you, they're telling me that you are an empath and the fighting drains you. And this person does not see it like that. They might see it as like frustrating or maybe annoying, but for you, it drains the life out of you, and you're trying to tell them that and work through it with them, but they're just like what's the big deal? Don't love that. And then very lastly here, we have the Ten of Wands coupled with that King of Swords. This person is the biggest burden on your plate right now. You do not have time for them, and it could be just because of who they are. They don't align with you and your truth, but overall, you do not have time for them. They are this giant burden on you. Look at that, 10 of Wands. That's a burden. All the burdens. You're trying to put it down. This person does not benefit you. You feel like you're putting so much into this, and you're like, it's not supposed to be like this. You know, it should be kind of effortless, and it should complement, and it should just be so much easier. Let's take a look real quick at the King of Swords. I just want to pull a couple clarifiers about this person. Oh yeah. If you guys are married to this person especially, or Four of Wands can be just a long-term commitment. It doesn't have to be marriage. But this combo for me is like, why did I do this? Like for some of you, I think you're definitely feeling a little bit of regret as to why you fought really hard for this connection, or why you are fighting really hard for this connection, because at the end of the day, you're not feeling like you belong in it. That's a rough one. You don't feel like you belong with this person, and you know that, but you keep fighting for it, which could be that codependency I was picking up earlier as well. Five of Swords, similar to the Five of Wands, we have both out. But Five of Swords can really talk about a battle of the ego. I'm fighting this battle, but at what cost? I'm gonna win, but at what cost? You know, what do I have to sacrifice here for this? And I think you guys have felt like you've sacrificed a lot of your time and energy into this person, into this relationship, and you're not getting what you want. You are not coming out on the other end satisfied or excited in any way, shape, or form. Oh my gosh, good Lord. The Emperor coming out next. This person does not budge for anybody. Now, this is Aries energy, so they could very well be an Aries. And I know some Aries can be definitely pretty cold, okay? If that's the case, definitely give the Aries video a watch. You might find some useful information in there. But King of Swords and the Emperor together, this person, I'm sorry, but is not the ideal communicator. Both of these individuals can be exceptionally cold. Exceptionally cold. Because you see with the Emperor, he sits in the throne. It's made of completely of stone. So not only does the Emperor have to make these incredibly difficult and taxing decisions, they just like hold themselves to this high regard because they're in charge of multiple people. So the Emperor's like character, if you will, he can be very cold because he has to be that rock. He can't show emotion. And that might just be his perspective of himself, but that's how I view this here. And you have all these mountains behind him, that terrain, and then right here along the edges, you have this little tiny river of water. It's like they're blocking you from seeing something. That's how I feel about this. They are blocking you from seeing something because they also have this dead straight face. So it's like they have this little tiny bit of emotion that's in there somewhere, and it's like they do not care. They're not letting you know about it. They're not expressing it to you. They're not showing it to you. This person can be incredibly cold. They just have no plans on seeing it in your perspective. The Emperor can sometimes indicate that this person might need some control or feels better with control. This sounds very similar to Aries. Go check out the Aries reading if you hadn't. This person, for sure, has a difficult time. It could be a defense mechanism, which is a little bit of what we talked about in the Aries reading as well. This person is just cold. They don't see, I don't feel as though they see you in the light that you wish to be seen. They see themselves as this person who makes choices and makes the final decision on things. And again, I could be just picking up on the way that you're feeling, but I feel as though you don't feel that you have as much say or authority in this relationship as they act as though they do. It doesn't feel equal. It doesn't feel like an equal exchange. Oh my God, following that, the Hierophant. Taurus energy, you guys are severely connected. For some of you, long-term commitments. For some of you, very long-term commitments. For some of you, definitely marriage, but doesn't have to be. Long-term commitments. I feel as though you guys are having a difficult time. At least you, Pisces, are having a difficult time because you look at it like this. You want to be committed to this person. You know, you don't want to give up. You love them. You're going to, especially if you're an empath, you're going to see the good in this person no matter what it is that they do to you. And that makes that incredibly taxing and incredibly challenging to work through because you will always see them for the person that you fell in love with. You will never be able to fully see them as this Emperor. You might, in the moments that they're treating you maybe unfairly or exhibiting some sort of behavior, but this isn't the person that you initially fell in love with or got married to, so it will be incredibly difficult for you to ever fully see them as this. So this makes a lot of sense. That's also why it's very difficult, because I feel like you do love this person, but you are able to compartmentalize that although you love them, this is not the type of love that you want in your life. This is incredibly taxing. Wow. Yeah. I feel like you guys, we have the Magician. Look at this. You guys are trying, I think, really hard to kind of manifest a new start and a new beginning for yourselves. And I think you want to tell this person, because we do have the Page of Swords. I think you do want to tell this person. Thinking about it, maybe looking from afar, trying to figure out the right moment, but I think you guys are on your way out. Oh my gosh. And as I said that, the Chariot. Forward movement, progression, fast movement. Also can be spiritual intervention in a way where spirit comes down and is like, get in my car, let's go, bitch. So this, to me, you also need balance to be able to obtain that. So we had Temperance and we had the Chariot. These two both talk about time and patience for me, but the Chariot is a sped up version of that, right? So man, yeah, you guys are well on your way out. Yep. Look at this. The Lovers, Gemini energy, you're well on your way out of this relationship. One of you is, 100%. This is coming up to clarify the King of Swords, so again, take it how it resonates. It could go either way, but well on your way out, leaving this behind. It's not making you happy. It doesn't make you feel good anymore, which is sad, but you know what? It is what it is, right? you know that you're not thriving here, and you shouldn't settle for anything less. So with that being said, Pisces, we went a little over the time frame I wanted to, but that's okay because I love you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for allowing me the honor to read for you guys today. Hope you guys got something out of it. And with that being said, I'm gonna clean up some of these cards. I invite you to join me over on Instagram and TikTok. Join the family. I do live readings and things of that nature on TikTok, so I'd love to see you guys over there. If you're looking for a personal reading, again, all the description box, or excuse me, everything is in the description box below. Words are hard for me lately. I don't know what's going on, but thank you guys so much for joining in. I love each and every one of you. I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.